So Martha, tell me a little bit about, I talked to you before. Tell me a little bit about what we talked about at first.
I found you on the internet when I was desperate to lose weight. I needed to lose between 50 and 70 pounds. I was 66 years old at the time. And I just searched, how do you lose 50 pounds? Because I'd tried Weight Watchers, South Beach, Nutrisystem, you name it, I'd tried it. No luck. Counting calories, no luck. I found you. Thank you that I found you. I've watched, I'm sorry, I can't help but be emotional. I've watched you literally every day since I found you. I keep you running on all day. I'm doing housework and you're talking to me. I feel like I know you.
That's great.
And my life is just so different. I can't tell you. I'm 67 years old. I'm a recovering cancer patient. I had everything against me, Dr. Berg, everything.
Wow.
I have non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's not active, but that's what I had. You swell. I still do. I have Sjogren's syndrome. I know you know what that is, the dry eye. And I have lung bronchial obliterans, which means the chemo fried my lungs. So I can't hike, I can't bike, I can't play tennis. That was always my pleasurable thing. So I don't burn that many calories, So I had to have something. And I found keto. Man, I lost 17 pounds in 3 weeks. Boom, boom, boom. I said, okay, maybe this thing's going to work.
Right.
And I've just worked it.
Wow, that's fantastic. So you've lost how much weight so far?
72 pounds. I reached minus 42 pounds, and I stalled. I stayed the same weight for a month, and I called you, and I emailed you, and I told you my son was on it, and he has now lost 66. He's, a man and strong, and he's gone muscular, but he doesn't want to be filmed, which I don't blame him. And I emailed you, and you called me. You called us one afternoon, and you talked to us, and honestly, when we hung up talking to you, we both just sat and cried. We were just so happy, not tears of sadness, but just that you reached out to us. We just needed the help,
I told you to reduce your stress,
yes.
Go walk, sleep more, right?
Yes.
And that helped you.
Yes, that was the key. And I started taking bubble baths and being on the patio with the birds and listening. And I stopped taking editing jobs and just took more naps, watched more movies, went visited friends more often. And I became just rested. The only thing I did wrong during this whole last year, I think, was I tried to buy a bicycle. And I got on it and rode about 20 feet and fell and almost broke a leg and an arm. Yeah, not good. So I was in bed for about 5 weeks. I didn't go off the keto when I had the bike wreck. I didn't eat, I stayed in bed most of the time, up and down. But I wasn't back to my normal schedule because I couldn't walk hardly. I was lucky that I didn't really hurt myself. But anyway, that was the worst thing I did. But I gained 3 pounds those 5 weeks, but I didn't beat myself up over it. And I knew that I could go back into, the planning and everything. And the weight just came right back off, and now I'm down 72 pounds. But I want to say this one thing. I want people to know one size does not fit all with weight loss. What worked for me, you're going to have to find out what works for you. That was the main thing I learned over the years. Over this year, I had trouble with ground beef. My son has trouble with cheese. So I don't eat that much ground beef.
And I think that you hit it on the nail because what I look at, because I had a little more space, I could see what's happening. You've been through cancer. You have an autoimmune disorder. And that is the stress. That's the stress. So other people, it might be something different, but it's not about the weight. It's about your health and removing the barriers. I had one lady, she was plateaued. She was vegetarian. She was plateaued. So we found that we had to lower her protein content. And boom, she lost the weight. So you know, what you want to do is take a person's individual weakest link. It
Yes.
could be digestion, inflammation, it could be something else, and we fix that. But the whole goal is to understand your body and understand the mechanism of how it works so you can control it. So you're not at the effect of your body. Like right now, you're in control of your body, which is the cool thing. And that's why I think with you, when your cravings went away and you weren't as hungry, you probably found other things to do more meaningful, right?
Yes. I did want to say that once I got keto adapted, they call it totally getting off of sugar. Sugar's the evil monster in
Yeah,
this whole story.
right.
Once I got off of sugar, something snapped in my brain, and I lost the cravings that I had had for years that kept me from being able to tolerate diets. I would just crave so bad that I'd eat an apple, a pear, an orange, worst things in the world I could have been doing for my body. I thought it was healthy.
Right.
So when that snaps and you get that feeling, and you know people, everybody knows people, oh, I can eat anything I want. I'm never hungry. See, they don't have that problem. Their brain is not wired like mine.
Yeah.
You know, and once that snapped, I go, wow, this is what it's like to live in the world without a food craving on your mind all the time.
Right.
And
And
now I taste
obsessing your
different.
whole, that's all people think about is food, 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 food. And it's a trap because the food is controlling you and you don't even know it when you're in it. And then when you get a chance to step out and say, wow, I can actually do what I want to do and eat what I want and not eat, and it's okay not to eat.
This is how other people live, you know.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you wonder as a fat person, you wonder, well, how do they do it, you know? Well, I'm never hungry. Well, now I tell people I'm never hungry, and they go, you must be lying. And I go, no,
Yeah.
I know exactly what to feed my body.
Yeah.
I know bacon and eggs are my friends.
That's amazing that you know the key is you learned how to do it, you studied, you didn't look for the quick fix, you gave it time, patience, you hung in there, and look what you got, and you're in a size 6, and even that's loose, and you're healthier too. So I just want to say thank you, Martha, for complying and participating and sharing your wins, and I'll post this as well.
Well, I
And
must say one more thing. I must tell you, I see my cancer doctor every 6 months, and he's been so loving and caring, and he's tried to help me lose weight so much, you know, but he's never fussed at me. He's never belittled me because of my weight. And the first time I went in there 6 months and I had lost about 50 pounds, he actually just hugged me and you know,
wow.
he just, and then this last time I went in, I lost 68, I think. He's just high-fiving. He's bringing all the nurses in to see me. They're just all sitting around like I'm a rock star. You know, everybody up and down the halls just, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? Martha, 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 you know. It's just a thrill. I mean, to know, you know, that people care about you and they want you to do well, and I have, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, people can see from the pictures, that was agony. When I was that big, I was just in agony. And now I'm just so happy. Every day is just happy. It's joyous. It's just, I just can't, I just have so much more energy and just liveliness. You know, I hope that my story helps somebody out there.
Yeah, it will.
Like you helped me, and I've got to thank you again, Dr. Berg. You just don't know. You just have no idea how wonderful you are. Your videos are you're such a good teacher. You are just awesome. I wouldn't have done it without you. You just don't know. It's like having you in my room every day with me to listen to your teaching.
Oh, that's great. Well, you made my day, and I really appreciate that because my purpose is to help other people help themselves. So I guess that was a success. That way, now you know how to do it.
And I just thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
You just don't know. You're such a great teacher. Your skill is really teaching. I mean, you make it so plain. And
Yeah,
I can just understand it. And I like that you have short, you know, of course you have the long seminars, which I participated in a lot of those. But
yeah,
I like the short ones where you explain glucose, you explain insulin, you explain the liver. You know, I'm a teacher. I'm an educated person. I've got 3 college degrees. I didn't know all that, you know.
I do a video a day now, and I have we did 2 really amazing recipes yesterday, so we'll be sharing that in the next week. So stay tuned. And thank you so much, Martha, for doing this video, okay?
Thank you. I'm sorry I'm getting all teary-eyed, but it's such a change.
You're going to have to get your electrolytes back in your body because you're going to be dehydrated.
Thanks again.
You're welcome. Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.